Welcome back to OmniFoot TV. This is your host Omar speaking, and it's over. The Premier League season is finally over. The Bundesliga ended most recently. Currently, Serie A's Champions League defining games are underway, but the Premier League's games have finally come to a close. The whistle has blown. The final whistle has blown on this season of English football. And to be honest, I'm relieved. And to be fair, I had absolutely no idea. And you couldn't make this up. You couldn't write it in a script for a drama. I had no idea, nor did I possibly predict, that Tottenham, of all clubs, would provide Chelsea the key to playing Champions League football next season. Leicester have bottled it. They have finished 5th in their second consecutive season under Brendan Rodgers, and in doing so, have fallen out of the top 4 via goal difference. This season overall has had change as its main theme. I'm talking overall, not just in the Premier League. You have Sporting Club de Portugal have won their first Portuguese title since 2002. Rangers have won their first SPL since, I think, 2011 or 2012. Atletico have won La Liga. And there was something else. Some other team had also won the title in emphatic fashion. I can't put my finger on it at the moment, but I think these 3 are enough to highlight just how insane this season has been. And to think that at one point in the league, Liverpool were 7th, Tottenham and Arsenal, either way, were practically done. Chelsea were 10th. It's hilarious to think that Leeds have finished in 10th, where Chelsea were as soon as Frank Lampard was sacked, and that Chelsea are now 4th, thanks to Tottenham beating Leicester 4-2 at the end of the season. I cannot believe that Leicester did not finish in the top 4 and that Liverpool have leapfrogged them into 3rd. I think that is absolutely disappointing from an objective standpoint. I did not expect Liverpool to come back from how bad they had done this season. And yes, in my humble opinion, they were horrible champions. Their title defense was absolutely pathetic. But they managed to claw their way back. Seriously, cheers to Klopp and to the squad, whatever was left of it, because they have had a strange injury crisis this season. And yes, it is a crisis. You just look at the list of players who've been injured throughout the season and how Klopp has had to cope. It's mad. But still, I don't think anyone saw them finishing in 3rd. And I think that alone deserves a good amount of praise. Now, on to Tottenham. Because there is one thing about Tottenham that you can't put aside. And that's Harry Kane. He's won the Playmaker of the Year award with 14 assists. He's won the Golden Boot with 23 goals. He's won both of these awards this season. I don't think he even expected to win these awards together in one season. I don't remember the last time. I don't think I've lived to see a player win both of these awards in a single Premier League season. As far as I've read, only 3, including Kane, have done it. And I need to find out who the other 2 are, because obviously he's in elite company. Now, I think the main issue here is the fact that we don't know where Kane is going. Or rather, there is an obvious answer to that, which I would say is Man City, because let's face it, there is no way Daniel Levy is selling to Roman Abramovich. And I doubt Kane would want to go to United. And considering the fact that City have literally just lifted the Premier League trophy without having a proper number 9 up front, they've won the league without a striker. If this City team gets an actual striker up front, and we see a link-up play going on between De Bruyne and Kane, I think I'm going to be sick. I think we should just give them the title as soon as August rolls around. Because I have no idea how anyone is going to... go head-to-head against that City team if they do manage to sign Kane. I guess I'm not necessarily optimistic. Chelsea need a striker. Liverpool need a reshape. Tottenham need... Jesus. Tottenham seriously need a revamp. They've built such a stadium. They were a top 6 club, as you would like to call them. But I think it's fair to say that they aren't a part of that top 6 anymore and that Leicester have replaced them. Kieran Trippier became the... I can't remember what the number was. I think 23rd or 24th player to leave Spurs and win a trophy. Trippier won La Liga with Atletico. Would you have believed it if someone had told you that Trippier would leave Tottenham to go win La Liga with Atletico? That Defoe would leave Tottenham and go to win the SPL with Rangers? Modric was an obvious yes. He went on to win everything at Real Madrid. But you just look at these players who've left Tottenham, and there is a staggering number of them who've gone on to win trophies. That club is just a shambles. And I'm being as objective as humanly possible here. It's sad. You know, I've learned from football across time that you're only as good as your rivals. You know? And I learned that especially from Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement, because that affected English football in as negative a manner as possible, and I don't think we've ever recovered from that. And it makes me sad. But back to the main points at hand here. Aguero has left City. Aguero played his last game today for the club. He scored. The Etihad faithful, or, you know, the number of fans who showed up, because they couldn't be many. City doesn't really have that big a fan base, but, you know, they have a clump of really passionate supporters who are probably going to be at the Champions League final, mind you. Aguero's legacy has been cemented as one of the greatest strikers to have ever graced the Premier League. He's won it all with City except the Champions League. He might win the Champions League with them come the final. And I'm really interested to see who could come in and fill his shoes at City, if not Kane. It's going to be a mad transfer summer ahead of us, because apparently this was factual. I remember this back in January during the transfer window. I have a problem with transfer windows. They're hilariously difficult to cover and catch up with. Fabrizio Romano stated, and he had to work from home that entire month, mind you. He stated that this summer would be a catalyst or a stage for huge moves. We're going to see players moving left, right, and center. And, you know, I kind of wonder how it's been close to 2 seasons now. A season and a half, where COVID has been the reigning terror on our sport. I wonder how this pandemic is further going to affect the transfer market and the the prices of players, the release clauses, the salaries, and all of that. I'm really interested to see how these decisions are going to be made going forward. It's definitely going to be an interesting topic. But for now, the season's over. You know, Serie A is still going. It's going to end. The Eredivisie has ended with Ajax as champions earlier than all these leagues. Bayern have won Bundesliga for the 9th time in a row. Oh, Inter were the fourth were the fourth league winners who hadn't won it in years. They won their first in since 2010. I found it quite strange that Conte, excuse me, I sound like I have a cold. I found it strange that Conte was the one who started Juve's reign of dominance, and that he was also the one to end it. No, it was a very, the master had to kill his own creation kind of thing. That's literally what this video was. I wasn't really going to go on for longer than that. It's just, I'm overwhelmed and relieved that the season has ended. Can't wait to see what the kits for next season are going to look like altogether for every Premier League team. I'm probably going to post a reaction video to the reveals. And for now, I better finish this video and go watch the rest of these Serie A games to figure out who's going to make Champions League football, because apparently Pirlo benched Cristiano Ronaldo ahead of tonight's game, which is blasphemy. Lord knows if he's going to keep his job at Juve. Apparently, Juve want Zidane after he leaves Madrid, and Real want Allegri, which is absurd. I guess we're in for a lot of absurdities when the summer rolls in. We are less than a month away from Euro 2021, and I'm prepared to put out a good amount of content for a lot of the teams that have either just made it to the tournament for the first time in years or the favorites. It's going to be an exciting period of time. I'd like to thank you all for following and for watching. We just hit 1K followers on Instagram earlier today. Thank you all for just supporting this project, this passion project of mine and of my teams. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. If you like our content, please be as, active as possible. Ask questions, share opinions. Open up a line of communication. I'd love to listen to what others have to say, especially if they disagree with me, in a civil manner. Now, I guess that's it for tonight. The links to our social media accounts are in the description below. Thank you all for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you have any opinions on anything that I said, positive or negative. And I will see you next time the whistle blows. Congratulations to Man City, Bayern, Ajax, Rangers, Sporting, and Inter fans. I'll see you all next season. Cheers, everyone.